want to eat anything. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This can opener is smaller than the can.
Do you have a handheld one?
Hmm?
There's my granny. Say hi, Grandma.
Hi. Get you ready for some more cookies.
Yeah, warm you up.
Mmm.
She got into cotton candy this morning again.
Wow. Solid sugar. I had rock candy. It's my
Lisa used to.
headache.
Lisa used to. When she take so much sugar and all that all the time. She had withdrawal symptoms when we took the candy away. She had a cup full of syrup on the door. And she'd take a swallow of syrup every once in a while.
Hey.
Well, do you remember John Lizaway at work?
Yeah.
He has to have 10 tablespoons of sugar in the morning.
Why?
This is for you.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Right there.
One I've got his address too.
Yvonne, turn him around.
Did he call? Yeah. I heard he likes it, huh? He likes it a lot.
He likes can?
He likes it. He likes the exercise is the best.
No, he
He's on
doesn't.
the drill team. And he just got his whites.
Gotta wait for him to wake up.
Uh
Dungarees.
huh.
Oh, he's waving.
Dress whites.
Let's go find her. We go down there to eat. Get our tortillas.
That's a different neighborhood.
Maybe Rebecca should spend some time with her.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That'd be terrible.
That would go.
Don't show that movie.
Could you imagine that?
She's gonna take that movie.
Did you say you wanted her back sometime?
Can we look at this movie at?
Don't show it at our house, Linda.
Come on, guys. It's time to go.
Those aren't guys, those are girls.
Come on, girls.
Look funny with that eye like that. You got something in your eye.
I don't want to
Get out, you're in front of the window.
Oh yeah.
Here we are.
Trapeze.
I hate it. I hate it. We are on the We're at the kiddie park. Great time, right, Chris?
Yes.
There it is. We're going to go parks next. Oh, I hate this. Okay, here we are. What do you think, honey? You like the ride?
Show them the little one. Over there.
Okay, here we go. And there's the pretty one right there. Crystal wants to go on that one next.
Hey Dad, we're at the amusement park, as you can see, and it's Monday. I don't know what the date is, but and after this we're gonna go to our mom's uncle's, Valor's. That's all, folks.
What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday, nothing really. Oh yeah, mom's uncle came over again, and then his two daughters, and we oh yeah, we played around with them, and I went to the park. Huh? Oh yeah, we had a barbecue. Love you. Bye.
Give me when you're ready.
All right.
Hi everybody in California. Hope you're feeling good. Take care of yourself.
Goodbye.
Auntie Ella, we hope you're feeling better.
I hope so too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a nice trip back.
Thanks. Here's Uncle Ray's garden. Look at all those things.
Now we have more.
This is just the small garden.
Yeah, you go
This would have been a nice picture right here.
You should. Here you can see the. Here you can see the tomatoes right here. Here's a biggie right here. This one I'm taking to the county fair. Green peppers. If you want peppers, I'll send you some.
Boy, what is that show they put on Saturday mornings with people with building and gardening?
Oh, the on Green Bay. What's that gardener? I can't.
Plant doctor.
The plant doctor, yeah.
Here's the plant doctor of
The green
Elders.
thumb. You gotta have a green thumb to put that stuff in.
This is a project of the Manor County Historical Society, begun in 1970 as an effort to reestablish a settlement typical of the turn of the century. It was made possible through the generous gift of 40 acres of land by the Hugo Vetting family, on which the village is now located. Handed to you by the tour guide. The buildings which you will visit and which are described on this tape were all moved to the village from various locations around Manitowoc County and were restored to represent the many aspects of life common to a village of about 100 years ago. As you enter the buildings, we hope you will sense some of the flavor of life as it was lived in days past, and help you to appreciate the heritage which is ours today because of the contributions made by our forefathers.
Here we are in the Thompson's cabin, and this was built maybe about 100 years ago. Bare fur, I guess. There's a bed up there. Way up there. Okay. It's right there. They're big people. Dad would like this. Oh, they had a Bible, Biblin.
What version?
Come over here. Sure. There's a Bible in. I'll check. Religion Bible. Well. Let's see. It
was an Indian trail, first called the Green Bay Road. It started in Milwaukee and went to Fort Howard in Green Bay. It is now known as Highway 42. This log house, with a stone foundation and attic, was built between 1855 and 1860. It is taller and larger than the Thompson cabin just visited. The stone foundation served as a root cellar to store canned preserves, fruits, vegetables, and meats. The attic served as the bedrooms for the Quincy family. You may have already noticed that the logs enter the home. You will notice that the rooms, including the floors, are painted. There are more windows, and a stove has replaced the fireplace for heating and cooking. More of the latter, for the stove had a broad, low-top surface and cooks more cleanly than an open fireplace. The steamer truck is of a larger size than the one you saw before in the Thompson cabin. There were compartments in the lid of the trunk for various small items, as well as a space for large blankets and quilts. The hand-made bath goes to the upstairs, but please do not open it since it is not safe. In the bedroom, you will see a baby's crate to slice cabbage or sauerkraut by putting cabbage in the box and sliding it over the plates. The closed door on the right leads to the cellar. However, it is also not safe to open. In the sewing room, there's a German-made sewing machine that was built so it could be portable enough to travel overseas with the settlers. There are more herbs drying with explanations on the cards for their various uses. On the floor is a trough
set playing a musical instrument. Another item that was common in many parlors around the turn of the century was the stereoscope. Its real name was the stereopticon. This device held pictures of people and scenes from around the world. The view could be seen in 3 dimensions and helped to bring visual images of people, places, scenes, and events into the home. People learned much about the history and geography, much scarcer in most homes than they are now.
Did you get the clock?
From the condition of the couch, it is evident that it was rarely used. The horse is still soft and pliable today. It noted a footstool made from oxhorn and a shelf made from wooden thread spools. Below the shelf is a Norwegian Bible. Before you proceed up the stairs, notice the picture of the Sorensen family, which consisted of 5.
There's a lady right there. Not real. Whoa, you like this, huh? The gloves, too.
This place is so beautiful.
It's their spool, I guess. Really? Oh. Yeah, let's start the tape. Okay?
Built in 1872 and was located on Highway 151, about 3 miles west of Silver Lake College. This is the only school that used the pump where fresh drinking water was gotten. In the cupola was the school bell that rung at 8:30 as a warning that school would start in 30 minutes at 9 a.m. And it also was rung when recess periods ended and when the noon hour.
There's some President's chair. You can turn it back on. These are the lunch pails.
One lunch pail even comes equipped with a drinking cup on top. By now you have noticed the desks where the children sat. Double seats were common in the pre-1900 period, with both students sharing one each well. Later, single seats became common. Desks having both adjustable seats and desktops became common around 1920. There are some myriad maps of Wisconsin and Manitowoc County in Washington. The one on the back wall over the lunch pails is the original unfinished version. The teacher would take down roles in her daily attendance book, many times indicating the reason why a child was tardy or absent. Sometimes the entire class was dismissed for a week or more, and it was recorded that it was due to a cholera or a diphtheria epidemic. Behind the teacher's desk was a small stool used for discipline when a child behaved badly. She may have also used the pointer hanging on the wall. The student misbehaving would step forward and extend their hand. If it was a girl, she would be struck across the open palm. If it was a boy, he would be struck across the back of his hand over his knuckles. If the boy was too old to be physically punished, he was sometimes told to sit in the middle of the class, which is where the girls usually sat. The small chairs in front were the recitation seats, where the students would do their daily reciting. If they were too loud, the 3 R's were originally reading, writing, and religion, later replaced by arithmetic. When the teacher taught geography, she would lower the globe overhead to show everyone about a particular country. The blackboards usually have silence written on them for older children. It is interesting also would run near the stove. Children who usually sat in the front near the stove.
The Niles Presbyterian Church stood for more than 100 years on a rise in Highway 151, just about halfway between Chilton and Valders. It began in 1858 as a mission of the church for those settlers who did not belong to the majority religions of the area, which were
believe a Wisconsin Marine and Fire Insurance Company. The company sold fire insurance, but they also accepted money for deposit. Their business principles were so good that they soon established a reputation that their certificates of deposits were as good as gold. They were always ready to redeem on demand any requests to withdraw deposits that had been made. By 1815, this indicates that a number of columns once had developed. Village was once a barber shop in Manitowoc. It was located at South 21st and Western Avenue and was moved to the village in March of 1979. This was a project of the legal profession of Manitowoc County. In the law office, next to the door, is the desk of former Judge Schlichting, who served in the circuit court of this county for many years. His office chair was also brought along, a special wish of the retiring judge. When immigrants first came to Manitowoc County to live, their great ambition was to acquire land on which they could begin farming, on which they could build a home if they were laborers in a village or the city. Thus, a real estate office was one of the very important buildings in the village. Since involved in purchasing of land was the drawing up of legal papers which would transfer ownership, it was common that the real estate man
Hewed with the broad axe and carpenter's axe, using native German building techniques of the period. The cabin was donated by Leonard Karstens, who purchased it from the builder. The first room is typical of a turn-of-the-century saloon. It depicts one of the essential buildings of a typical Manitowoc County village around the 1900s. What usually constituted a village was a general store, a cheese factory, and a saloon. The bar came from Brewer's Bar and Brand, and just like taverns do now. If one was chewing tobacco, he'd get rid of it in the spittoon before he drank his beer. If one didn't chew tobacco, one might have smoked it. You could get a 5-cent cigar from a cup attached to the wooden Indian. When hookless matches were used, the customers usually struck them on the bar from underneath, which bartenders had already lined with sandpaper. The card table by the window was used strictly for playing cards. Mugs were placed in the glass slots below the table corners so they wouldn't get knocked over on the table or cause any of the cards to stick together. On the back bar, many items from Schreihardt Brewery when it stood on 8th and Washington in Manitowoc. There are recyclable beer bottles with black and wire caps, the very first pop bottles made from clay, and a bottle capper. There are also various beer taps on the walls and floor. The usual charge for a mug of beer in the early part of the century was a nickel. The mug was about a third larger than the largest one sitting on the back bar now. You could also help yourself to a free lunch consisting of crackers, cheese, and sausage that was usually served in an adjoining room.
Right here.
This room was called the side room. Ladies stayed here since they were not allowed in the bar. Couples could dance in the side room if there was someone playing the player piano. The stove in this room was low and broad to accommodate large kettles, cooking, stews, or washing plates. Also the second floor, which is the office of Dr. Hess. At the top of the stairs, you will first see the dentist.
This is the waiting room. Wow.
There was a desk for the receptionist to keep records of the persons who came to see the doctor. The record book included amounts due for services, how the services rendered, and they credited that patient with whatever the doctor received in return. The country doctor was in constant need of hay, straw, and oats. You could find many patients in his record book that did not pay cash, and the doctor he charged $1 for an office call, $3 for a house call, and since doctors also pulled teeth, he charged $50.
Turn the tape on here.
So we're still.
The blacksmith shop was 1909 by Anton Witt and was located on Menasha Avenue in the township of Manitowoc Rapids. The replica of this shop is because of the marshland between Collins and Manitowoc, which sometimes became a massive lake, Collins was almost inaccessible to Manitowoc. If people were to get to Manitowoc at all, they had to travel via 151. This would represent an all-day trip by horse and buggy, with the return trip to be made the next day. Also, the products of farms around Collins track, the engineer must blow the whistle to alert people that the train is coming, and to stop to await its passing. The engineer must assume the responsibility for the safety of every passenger on the train, and also for whatever freight or express is being hauled. As for the fireman,
You gotta catch something on that gold hook. You wanna put it under yourself?
No.
I don't know if I wanna.
What are you gonna put on there, Rosie? Wait, let me get a close up.
Wait, it's sticking to me.
Ooh, yum.
It's a leech.
It's supposed to go right behind where the sucker thing is.
That's how it doesn't get off.
Now look appetizing for a fish. I'll put a bobber on for you.
Let me see it, Chris. Crystal always makes friends with the worms, and then Dana can't use certain ones because they're her friend.
Like a pet. See that little sucker thing on there? It was stuck on my finger for a while.
Where? Hold up.
Right
Oh, yeah, like a suction cup. You want to see that? All right there. It's stuck right under there. See right there?
You gotta catch something with that. Harps Lake.
Harps Lake. Here we are at Harps Lake. Fish are really jumping here. It's not on our hook yet.